Christy was a curious girl, not the kind of curiosity that makes you ask questions in class or explore the world around you, but the kind that made you want to know what people were whispering about behind closed doors. At home, her parents quickly learned to be cautious. Anytime they started a conversation in low tones or closed the bedroom door for a private discussion, they could almost guarantee Christy was somewhere nearby listening. Sometimes she hid behind the curtain. Other times she crouched by the door, holding her breath. Her parents even started using sign language just to keep their chats private, but somehow Christy was always trying to decode what they were saying, watching their hands with hawk-like attention. They warned her many times. Christy, not every conversation is for your ears. Respect people's privacy. But Christy only smiled, pretending to understand. But in her mind, she was doing no harm, just listening. One day at school, during break time, Christy wandered back to her classroom instead of going out to play. As she passed by the back of the staff room, she noticed the door wasn't fully shut. Voices drifted through the gap. It was her class teacher, Mrs. Charles, talking to a man, her husband. Christy couldn't resist. She crouched beside the door and began to listen. She didn't know what the conversation was about at first, something about a family issue, but it quickly drew her in. She was so absorbed that her eyes widened, her mouth hung open, and she leaned closer and closer, completely forgetting she was not at home. Then, suddenly, Mrs. Charles stood at the door, arms crossed, staring down at her. The shock hit Christy like cold water. In front of the entire class, her teacher scolded her for eavesdropping and breaking school rules. She was given detention for a week and had to write an essay titled, "Why Respecting Privacy Matters." Every day after school, while others went home, Christy stayed behind, writing line after line. That week, something shifted in Christy. She realized how disrespectful it was to intrude on others' conversations, how uncomfortable it must have felt for her teacher to know someone was secretly listening in. She remembered all the times her parents had sighed in frustration when she eavesdropped, and for the first time she understood it. From that day on, Christy made a promise to herself. She would respect people's privacy at home, at school, and anywhere else. And she kept that promise. Moral of the story: respecting others' privacy is a sign of maturity and trustworthiness.